Hey everybody, it's Amy Head with New Perspectives for Life in Marietta, Georgia. Back with you again today, and actually it's a week later than it was last week, and it is a beautiful day here in Marietta. Today we have sun. It is a little bit cold, but we have blue skies, which we haven't seen as much, so it's very nice to see that. I appreciate all of you guys who watched the last video from last week and the comments that you made. I have not changed my chair, but I will plan to do that, but I'm going to try to sit a little more still, because some of you guys mentioned that when I was swiveling back and forth like this, it was a little distracting, which I'm sure it was. So I'm going to do my best to kind of stay stationary while we have our time together. So appreciate you joining me today and hope you've been having a great week. Like I said, it's Thursday, March 13th, 2014. I thought what I would do today is just take a few minutes to share a little bit about what is counseling or what is life coaching. I get that question a lot, and as a licensed clinical social worker, that terminology doesn't really mean much to folks outside of the industry. It's not really clear what it is. And I think when people think about counseling or therapy, they think about going back in time, talking about their childhood, talking about the kind of parents they had, or all the traumas or negative experiences that they had in their lives. And that's not really what my counseling and life coaching practice are all about. So I thought I'd take a couple minutes just to share with you what counseling and life coaching look like at New Perspectives for Life when someone comes in for a session with me. Generally, my whole philosophy with counseling and life coaching is people are experts on themselves. Even though I'm trained in this field and I have practices and solutions and theories that I work by, I'm not the expert on the person that comes in to see me, because I haven't walked in their shoes and I haven't lived their life and I haven't experienced what they've experienced. So I really view my clients as the expert. What I bring to the table is objectivity, experience in solutions, experience in therapy modalities and strategies and management strategies to help move people forward. So I don't necessarily have to have walked in anybody's shoes in order to have strategies and solutions that they can use to get them where they want to go. But what the person brings to the table is their life experience, what they've gone through, and where they want to go with the rest of their lives, where they want to get to. That is what I help with. In a counseling scenario, that is where we do look a little bit to the past, because we need a context from which to operate. So somebody comes in, they're struggling with something, I want to know some things, and I'm going to ask questions like, tell me how long this has been going on for you, when did it first start, or what's kind of been the pattern. Has this been going on all your life? Is this something that just started, recently in the last few weeks, months, years? What's going on now? What brings you to counseling now versus a week ago, a month ago, a year ago? And where is it that you're trying to get to? Because that's really the core. Where do you want to get to? And then my next opportunity for information is, what are the roadblocks? What is keeping you from the success? What's keeping you from the forward progress? I ask a lot of questions, because if I don't ask questions, I don't really know what's going on for the person, and I don't know what all they've already tried, what they've already experienced, where they have experienced small successes or small failures. All that information is very helpful so that we can kind of roadmap the next move. So that's with counseling. We do kind of go back in time a little bit, sometimes more than others. It depends on the issue. But what we really are looking at is, what's going on for you now? Where do you want to go? And what's in the middle there that's keeping you from that end result? And that's where I come in and help. Life coaching is a little bit different, because life coaching tends to be a little more situation specific. Maybe somebody comes in because they're at a crossroad in their life professionally or personally. Maybe it's someone who has always been in a profession, but now they want to do something new, or they've been laid off, but they have all these skill sets and all this experience to bring to the table, but they don't know where to go next. Maybe it's a family situation. Maybe somebody has spent their life, their livelihood committed to raising their kids, and they're on the brink of being in the empty nest syndrome, and they're just not sure what that's supposed to look like and what they're supposed to do with that. That is more life coaching. We really don't need to go back into patterns of issues over the years and years and years, because the issue is everything has been what it's been, but now it's about to be different and I'm not sure what to do. Or everything has been what it's been and it's been manageable, but now all of a sudden it feels unmanageable or overwhelming and I'm not sure why, and I'm not sure how to progress forward. So that's a little bit different. My clinical skills still come into play with life coaching. A lot of times though, life coaching is moving someone to the next step, and often they've never been at that next step before, or they've never needed to be there before, so it's all brand new. And usually the person is feeling overwhelmed, scared, kind of fearful, some of more the negative, heavier emotions, and it's keeping them from seeing a light at the end of the tunnel. So whether it's counseling, whether it's life coaching, what you're going to get at New Perspectives for Life is someone who looks at your strengths and your successes, which usually when people come in, they're not feeling so successful, but we always find areas where they are successful. Then we want to look at where you want to go with the situation, with this aspect of your life, and then we look at what's keeping you from getting there and how can we start moving through those barriers and those obstacles. My belief is people at their core are strong. They can usually withstand so much. But when we feel overburdened, or there's kind of this, avalanche of circumstances that have happened, whether all of a sudden or over time, we can begin to forget that we have strength and that we have capabilities, and we can begin to believe that we're weak and that we can't really manage. So my job as a counselor, as a licensed clinical social worker, as a life coach, is to help the person redefine and rethink who they are, there's from a strengths perspective, and then move towards solutions. I hope that's been helpful to hear a little bit about coaching, life coaching, and my philosophy at New Perspectives for Life. If you are going to seek counseling or life coaching, or you've been thinking about it, I would highly recommend consulting with a few different people, at least even over the phone, to get a feel for that person, because the best results are going to come from the best fit. And not everybody is the best fit for us. And it's really important for you to interview who you want to see. And if the person's not open to that interview process with you, that tells you something. That tells you that probably that person's not the right fit. So I hope this has been helpful. Thanks again for tuning in. Leave your comments, leave your feedback. I'm not sure that I didn't swivel at all, but I hope I swiveled less, but we'll see. But thanks so much. Amy Head, New Perspectives for Life, Marietta, Georgia. Have a great day and a great start to your weekend tomorrow, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.